Hi, it's Dr. Ariel Policano with the Genius Insight app. You can see more at quantum-ipad-biofeedback.com. This is a video that will teach you about the latest feature in the Genius Insight called functional zones. And I think you're really going to like this video. I'm going to start actually with emotions, and I'm going to pull all of the emotions that are coming up for this client into our main hold tray. Now I'm going to use all of the ones in red and all of the ones in blue. Now I'm going to theoretically, I'm going to use all of them. Let's skip some of them so we can really get to it here. Then we've got some more down at the bottom in blue. All right, so we'll get all of those in there. There we go. And now I'm going to what I call drill down the emotions again to see which ones come up as being the highest priority. What this means is the emotions that are the highest priority will be the ones that you'll get the most therapeutic effect from. You will be impacted the most by balancing those particular emotions. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to tap the play button down at the bottom. It's going to bring me to the next screen, and this is where when I hit begin analysis, I'm going to be able to find out which of these emotions are really important. So we've got contempt, awe, worry, love, anxiety, and when you get a positive emotion and it's not balanced, it means the person is really striving to connect with that emotion. So trying to connect with the emotion of love. Now, what I'm going to do to get to the functional zones is I'm going to choose one of these. Why don't we go ahead and choose anxiety? Now, this is really, really fun stuff because we're going to find out more about the root cause of why this person has anxiety in the first place. So I'm going to go ahead to functional zone considerations, and we're going to let that percolate a little bit. The functional zones are telling us more of the story about why this particular issue takes place for this person, why it occurs, what is the root cause, what is more of the causal chain of this particular thing. So when we look at this, we've got psychogenic zone. What this means is that the emotion is related to an underlying psychologic issue, and probably some type of past emotional trauma that is causing sort of a chronic issue in the psychogenic zone. So it's not really a surprise that an emotion would come up in the psychogenic zone. After all, it has to do with emotions anyway. But then the anxiety is also related to an interference zone. So that could be from an injury, it could be from a C-section, it could be from dental work, it could be from a cut, it could be from hitting your head. All of those things cause interference zones within the energy field. It could also be, you look down at the bottom in the blue, it could also be a geophysical zone. So these things have to do with geopathic stress, EMF stress, something with the power line, something with the people around you, the land that your place is on. All of those things can be stressing you in some way. So what we can do now, I think the one that would be the most interesting is the interference zone, and we can tap on the interference zone and we can get more information about why this interference zone is occurring. Now remember, they're all related to the anxiety, so it all goes back to that. So a foci stress evaluation, 100%, a mercury stress evaluation, 95%. So a foci field stress evaluation means that there's an infection in the body. A foci of infection is the location of an infection. There's an infection in the body that is affecting this person, and so it could very well be the teeth. It could be another source of infection in the body. It could be the kidneys. It could be the brain. It could be Epstein-Barr virus in the body. There's many, many different things that it could be. So I'm going to bring this down here. Now we don't have a way to drill this information down further besides the progressive analysis at this point. What I want to do is I do want to bring these into my main hold tray, because just balancing them will be powerful. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go all the way 2 screens back, actually 3 screens back, and I want to reshuffle these again. And now I want to see when I've included those, what actually comes up. And I've actually forgotten something here. So let me see if I can do this. What I really wanted to do is I wanted to also put the interference zone itself in here. And let's see where that psychogenic zone comes up. So here's the foci and the mercury stress. It's saying it's not that high. It's actually these other emotions that are pretty high. But I still want to select that particular one and focus on it. Whoops, can I unselect these? I'll have to unselect them. I want to actually just focus on balancing those items on their own. So there we go. And I would go ahead and just balance those. So this is just the first example. I wanted to do a short video about this. What you do, again, let me go back to the beginning. Let's do one more example, actually. Let's go ahead and go back to the emotions here. And let's shuffle them one more time. And anxiety still comes up as high. It's interesting. So it's a sort of a chronic thing. So let's go to worry. And let's go to the functional zone considerations. Again, more about the root cause, causal chain, things that you really need to know about any particular issue. It could be immune system, virus, it could be meridians, it could be anything you can do the functional zones for. And this is microorganism zone against psychogenic zone, geophysical zone. So there's definitely some geopathic stress contributing to the emotional stuff going on here. Let's go ahead to microorganism zone and let's see what that's all about. It takes a couple of minutes to do these because they're really, really powerful, and they're taking in a lot of information in the energetic field, some of it which goes to the deep subconscious. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down the virus stress and the fungus. So these are, with the person who's dealing with chronic worry, there's probably an underlying virus or fungus that is exacerbating that. So there are underlying issues, infections that are, as we could see the microorganism zone here, that are sort of making this whole situation that much worse. And then we already have that emotion down there. So let's go to the main hold tray for a moment, and let's go ahead and take these other ones out. Oh, so let's keep rolling up, huh? All right, let's leave those in there, and let's just go here and let's shake them all up. And again, that foci stress field evaluation goes to the top, angst goes to the top, suffering, confusion, etc. goes to the top. So let's find out where that virus stress evaluation, we want to include that. And also the fungus. Now, it looks like the fungus was rather low. So let's stay with the virus stress evaluation and leave that in there. And let's do the microorganism zone as well. And let's balance those. So then you would balance those for however long your cycle is here, probably 3 minutes, and see what percentage rectification that you get. Okay, this was just meant to be a short video, but this is how you start working with the functional zones, and you can definitely work from the emotions panel. I'll show you some other panels as well. This is Dr. Ariel Policano. Go to quantum-ipad-biofeedback.com and you can see all about the Genius Insight app.